Well, we got some good news or bad news, depending on what side of the fence you're sitting on. Firstly, for me, I think this is good news, although this is news that has been edging the Gears of War fans since probably 2018, 2019, 2020. Around there is when the rumors first started of a Gears of War collection happening. I remember first seeing some early leaks that weren't from anyone reliable in like 2020, 2021, but more reliable leakers over the time have started to come out and said, 2022, 2023, 2024, that, there is a Gears collection. And even though other leakers have come out and said, no, that's not true, the few leakers that are reliable have stayed and committed to it and saying it does exist, even though we've got no confirmation whatsoever. Recently, we've got even more leaks now, which I think leans into the direction of believing those leakers have always stuck by their gun and have not backtracked on the Gears of War collection not being a real thing. We got new leaks saying that Gears of War E-Day is going to get pushed back to 2026. A lot of people were speculating it was going to be 2025, which I never thought it would be, personally, because we didn't even see a release date on the small trailer we got. So I wasn't expecting 2025. But we're getting leaks now that the Gears of War collection is supposed to be 2025, late in the year. It might be shown at the Xbox Showcase in June. In 2026, Gears E-Day will be in 2020. Be in 2026 and probably near the end of the year as well. So here's, obviously that's good news if this game collection is real. And in my opinion, it is good news. Some Xbox fans may disagree. I used to be an Xbox fan, so I get where you're coming from. It's supposed to be coming out on PC, which is all I wanted ever. Thank you. PS5 and Xbox. So PS5 is going to be getting the Gears of War collections. People don't know for sure what's going to hold. I would hope it at least gets 4. I don't know if it's going to get 5. That would be a big download like the MCC. But I'm hoping it at least gets Gears 1, 2, 3, 4, and Judgment. I do like Judgment. So this is obviously great news, right? But here's where the big problem comes in that people are not liking about these leaks. Is it is rumored and speculated to not have multiplayer from the leakers that are releasing this. It is going to have 0 multiplayer whatsoever besides campaign. I think campaign there might be co-op. We don't know for sure, but there will not be like a versus multiplayer in any of the games. You won't get MCC style matchmaking, nothing like that. Which obviously is a big downer, because it would be really awesome to like mix Gears of War games like MCC in the multiplayer, jump between, play different maps, different games, have a progression system and all that, right? And introduce players to the franchise, give them the multiplayer experience. But obviously this isn't happening, and there's a few reasons why that have been brought up. And one of them is that they don't want the Gears collection to hurt the E-Day multiplayer when it comes out in 2026, which actually, coming from the company's point of view, that's very reasonable to do this decision. I do think overall this is going to hurt the collection if this does happen, and there is no multiplayer because it's not going to last as long. Either way, I'm happy. That's a day one buy and stream on Insane. The whole package. I think a lot of people are going to feel the same way. A lot of people are going to pick it up and play for the first time. It's going to be good for bringing in new players. And I do get them not spending time on the multiplayer to save not only E-Day, but also to get this out before E-Day. It's kind of like what Master Chief Collection was for Halo 5. Put it out right the year before, bring in a bunch of fans, and then get more sales for Halo 5. So I see the vision, but it is very questionable because multiplayer existing obviously means people are going to get clips, have a bunch of viral moments, and that's going to help the game sell more and the franchise more as well. So this is very conflicting news, but honestly, I'm leaving today with overall as a positive, because this is the closest we've got to confirmation of the collection in a while. The last time we had someone really stick like their ground and say this is a real thing still was like 2024 July. Because there's a handful of leakers that said it was a real thing, and a lot of people others said it was real too. But then some of the more unreliable, shaky leakers said no, never mind. But the few reliable leakers, like 2 or 3 of them, have always said it's always been in the works. It's always been in the works. Always, like, they've been saying this since like 2020, 2021. And I always believe them, because for some reason, like these guys would go on to leak other stuff, but they've never switched their opinion if they got asked. Like, oh, that's still being made, even though we didn't see anything for 4 or 5 years or whatever. So I don't know what the story is behind that, but these leakers have always kept their same stance. And if this is true and we do see something, they were right. And a lot of people switched up, but the few top leakers, for some reason, even like there's some top leakers that switched up too, have stayed this. And now all of a sudden, all the leakers are coming back and saying, oh yeah, it's coming out now. So clearly they were right the whole time. I'm pumped for this either way, because it should be on PC. Hopefully it comes to Steam. And I'm fine with it now that I think the console war is basically dead, at least from Xbox side, for this to drop on PlayStation and Xbox, and I think it will be fantastic, especially for when E-Day comes out. If we can have cross cross play for multiplayer for E-Day. That's all that matters. That'll keep the player base alive and healthy. It is a big shame because that means you're going to basically play the campaign on this, maybe do a few challenges, maybe run it on Insane, play with a few friends a few times. Like, I still go back to Halo MCC probably like once a year to play all the campaigns. It's like people like me are going to play it still. New people are obviously going to pick it up and play all the series as well. But it's definitely not going to like be a lasting, like, 3 months from the release. Is there going to be a crap ton of people on it? Probably not. It's not going to have a multiplayer, right? But in my opinion, people are very upset about this. I think this is generally just an overall good story because this is like the biggest sign we've had that this is a real product. I'll read some of what Game Rant has leaked here. So, well, not leaked, but covered. Industry leakers suggest that Gears of War E-Day will be released in 2026 and a Gears of War collection will drop later in 2025 to take its place. Gears of War E-Day was first revealed as part of Xbox Immersive Game Showcase with June with the nostalgic cinematic trailer. And this is what I was saying. So it's a prequel. I'm sure everyone here watching this video knows. It was shown and it did not have a release date. The rumors were suggesting 2025. I never believed that. I never saw that, but I didn't think that would be the case either way. But like, you can just tell from just how small the trailer was, and it looks like it captures the feel of the OG Gears of War trilogy, which is all we want, right? Because I like Gears of War 4. I'm not a big fan of Gears of War 5 at all in the direction, the story, and especially the split decision you can do in Gears of War 5, where I think both endings are pretty bad, but one's really, really bad. Like, I don't mean like sad. I mean like, I'd rather not continue this series if this is the canon ending. So this allows them to go back with E-Day and the collection and work on that first before eventually deciding what we're going to do for Gear 6. Because I think they really, in my opinion, let the dog shit on the carpet in the house, We'll see how they try to recover from Gear 6. But I have hope. I have more hope for Gears of War now than I did for Halo. I think Halo is a little bit less savable, in my opinion. I think Halo was one of my favorite franchises, more than Gears. But I am a lot less optimistic for Halo. But I'm pumped for this. I'll gladly play and get a collection for Gears of War. Even without multiplayer, that's getting my purchase day one. I'm one of the bad guys. I'm going to pre-order that. Even though I did it for Halo MCC and it did not run well. I'm hoping for the best here. But yeah, oh yeah, there's also this was another the only thing we really got in a while. I'm actually going to read this from Game Rant. In June, Gears of War 2 and 3 musical composer Steve Jablonski updated the thumbnails of both games' soundtracks on YouTube. That was like the best thing we had with the new Coalition logo. That was the best thing we had in like 2024 or whatever for the Gears of War leaks and rumors being true. Because even the top leakers stopped answering with the Gears of War because they just kind of said their answer. It's in the works and that's all they could give. Which also looked really bad, like I said, because there's like a very few of them. They're reliable. There's very few of them that stuck by their guns. And I'm very happy that it is real. I'm glad they never swapped out because that was giving me hope it was real, and this seems like it's real. If we get to the June showcase, which I'm going to stream, and they don't drop this, I'm going to be very disappointed. I've been let down like 4 years in a row now. I'm really hoping this is real. Even more leaked info has come out about Gears of War E-Day and the potential of Gears of War Collection. Spanish leaker XStats posted a new video to YouTube when she mentioned that Gears of War E-Day is looking to release in 2026, not 2025, as prior rumors suggested. Once again, I never saw those. Its place said the Gears of War collection will be revealed at the upcoming June Xbox showcase and released at some point later in 2025 PC. That is also not the leaker, by the way, that I'm referring to. The ones that stuck by their guns. They were more American leakers, which I don't think I can give out. Two of them were on Twitter, but one of them is anonymous. Xbox Series X and Xbox 5 as well. So PC is a big one for me. I'm loving it on PC. Xbox new multi-platform strategy, touching the brand's most sacred first-party franchises. Was recently correcting this Forza Horizon 5, the PS5 rumor. So this guy predicted the Forza Horizon 5 swap. And I'm hoping this is going in the right direction and this is true. Because I really want Gears of War to come back to the spotlight. It is some of the best atmosphere and story and vibes that the series has to offer. The franchise has got a little repetitive with we defeat the big bad, they came back, we defeat the big bad, they came back. I get it for 1 and 2 because it does feel like every time you do it, the spoilers a little bit, the locusts do feel weaker every time. And then 3 is like the big finale, but then 4 is like, you're right. It's like, okay. But they had to do something, right? I don't blame them for that. So I would say, optimistically, be a little glass half full. I would say it's safe to do it. But once again, if it's not safe to do it, pretend I didn't say this. Look forward to a Gears of War announcement in June, hopefully. Cross your fingers, cross your toes, cross your ass cheeks. I think it's going to happen. And if it doesn't, I am going to delete my channel. Anyway, guys, that's all I got for you. Massive Gears of War news, and I'm very pumped about this. I'll see you guys on stream. Thank you for listening, and I'll cover anything else that comes out about this because I love Gears of War. Anything big that comes out, I'll cover it. Don't you worry. Adios, guys. Take care.